Draft lottery again. I don't think we have anything here. We do not, but we got to keep our eyes on the Boston Celtics, the Timberwolves, and the Heat. We do have Sacramento's first at 16 and our first at 28. So again, I ask, we have Nash, we have Iverson, and we have Kobe Bryant with Vince Carter. Dirk Nowitzki is what? Why is he so low? Either way, Vince has to be a Raptor. Trade finder. Boston. No offers. We got to make Vince a Raptor. I hate to say it. The team is growing nicely. That shooting forward, Sweeney is good, but he's not good enough to get us to where we need to be. Especially if it means, like, he's not going to be our small forward of the future. Camby's going to be free agent. I can't trade any of these guys either. That's our big five from that draft. We may be absolutely boned here unless we overpay. Will you take Rick Fox so we get some cap space? This is not good. This is not good. We may not be able to bring Vince back to Toronto. The only hope is that he drops to 2 in the Timberwolves. Our only hope. Our only hope. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's no way that they take this, though. I'll give him the same offer we were going to give to Boston. Take Paul Pierce. Take Paul Pierce. The concept of Vince Carter and Shaquille O'Neal playing on the same team should have happened with the Raptors, and it's going to happen with the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is fine. This is fine. Could move up to 12 with Terrell Kemp. I'm slightly mad. I don't want James Worthy's 4.4. Basically, our cap right now is going to be locked up with our big five. Am not happy. We can still grab that 12 with future picks, or that 11, but I don't want James Worthy. Let's do this. Still that 11. Just how the... We're just going to sim to user pick at this point. Bonzi Wells, Vladimir Stepenya. How the big guys, all their contracts ended basically all at the same time. Earl Boykins isn't a bad choice. I just don't know if I want to have these picks. Brown 29, no. Rashard Lewis, power forward. AJ and Horace Grant would add some good depth, but they've got to be on their way down. Take a look at Rashad. I thought we had it last season. B-. I just don't want Mark Eaton. So we got Rashad Lewis. I think we just traded ourselves out of the draft. Or this one here. Can't trade that one. So sim to user pick. Michael Doliak. Michael Olakandi. Also, Jason Battle is still available. I want Michael Olakandi. Former first round overall. Sim to end. Yeah, Vince. Man. But we got Rashad and Michael Olakandi. We're accepting the options on all of our 96ers. Qualifying offers Clark Bayless. B potential at 25. He's up to a 70. I'm all right. Sweetney, 81. I kind of have to extend him. Or at least qualify him. Which means, just as his qualifying offer, try and bring him back at 2.5. Got a lot of cap hold. And also... just take a look at the roster. Nash and Kerr. What's Kerr's contract? Thought it would have shown here. What says there? 3 years at 5.52. Kerr might be up for trade. Bryant and Iverson, so we can split those guys back up again. Unless, now that they're signed, we gotta wait the 60 days anyways. Or we gotta wait till January. Fox, I think. It's got Pollard in the first. Edwards in the first. Could send him to the clip. Grab a couple more draft picks without sending one back. Could send him to the Lakers, top 3 protected in 99, and their 2000 pick, and the 2 players that we don't need would be shipped off there. That's trade offer number 9, and I believe so far it is practically the most attractive offer to me. So Steve Kerr and Terrell Kemp will head to the lake. Showtime. We could trade Steve Nash. My question is, what am I doing? Front office, trades, trade finder. It's the Timberwolves, it's the other way. He can't be traded for 30 days. Okay. So right now our roster, Steve Nash at point guard. We move Kobe back to small forward. A point guard, shooting guard, small forward. I'm okay with Rashard Lewis being my power forward backup and Michael Olakandi. We're good there. So I need a point guard and a shooting guard with about $9 million to spend. Mark Park. Mitch Richmond wouldn't be too bad, but he's 33. Doug West, 31 at 82, but 7 mil. It's going to be too much. Try and take a stab at Mark Park and JT Douglas. JT Douglas has signed. Oh, and I've got Sweetney in there as well. Lakers decided to match the offer sheet. I got to keep in mind that we have Sweetney in there as well. That takes up a lot of our cap. 3 years at 8. So we got him actually less than where he was. That's like 2.7 to 9. Got about 6.3 available. We bring in Dana Barros, and then Desmond Tatum is a B potential. Barros and Desmond Tatum, both on the squad, both fit under cap. I still got $3 million to spend. Question is, do I really need to spend that right now? And I don't think I do. Eric Montross, NBA Jam legend. I think I'm all right. Just looking at our roster again. Nash, Barros, Iverson, Tatum. Could actually move Sweetney to shooting guard. I didn't actually need Tatum. That's fine. But the idea, I think, is to trade Nash to Minnesota to try and get Vince Carter, move Iverson to point guard, move Bryant to shooting guard, and get Vince Carter at small forward. The other question is, do we move on from Camby, move Wallace to center? Camby's got better potential, though. I don't hate the lineup. I really don't hate the lineup that we have. It just was disappointing to lose in the Eastern Conference Finals there. We'll move on, let the assistant general manager make the moves that we need to get this roster compliant. And my question is, are we at 30 days that we can make this move day one? I love this mode, though. Like, it should be as easy as cheesing as much as we have, but we haven't won that chip yet, right? Timberwolves, show me Vince Carter. Steve Nash, they're going to give us Vince in a first-round draft pick for Steve Nash. Falls into our plans perfectly. So then the Timberwolves get the Phoenix connection that they had, or that Phoenix had with Nash and Shaquille O'Neal near the end of Big Aristotle's career. We get Vince Carter back on the Toronto Raptors and a first-round draft pick to boot. That's what we wanted to do. So now, Iverson, vitals, goes to point guard. I am going to put Kobe Bryant at shooting guard, and Vince Carter will be my small forward. Sweeney will be that backup. And Barros there, that's fine. Sweeney did regress a little bit. I'm kind of hoping that's because we did make those trades, or that trade with Nash, but I thought he was up to 80. Yeah, a couple morale knocks. Carter and Fox with Rollins there. I don't hate it. With a couple bodies that we can move at the trade deadline as well.
24 hours later.
I always wonder about this. Like, if you put a player, like I want to add Shaq. I don't know if I want a Keem, but an upgrade at center might be something that we should explore. But I don't think you get better offers or more offers if you put these guys on your trade focus. I could be wrong. I don't know if I want Robinson at 8. I want Robinson. That's a hefty price tag. Oliver Miller? Yeah. You know what, leave it at that. We want Shaq. Wang GG is in this draft. The other thing in the past too, I rarely trade first unless, like, I don't want to use them. Like, I've got too many. Very easy to collect picks in this mode. Barros and Tatum. All right, no, we're not changing any target players. We are at the trade deadline. Always good to take a look. Also contract extensions, nothing there. Camby's up to an 88. Ben Wallace is at an 88. Like the Twin Towers there. Fantastic. 93 and 95. Bryant and Iverson. Vlade Divac. Bring Tim Hardaway back. We have no experience on this squad. There is nobody who's done really anything, right? I don't think we really need anything. The way this squad has been built. Like Dana Barros, 82 as a backup. Sweetney's back up to an 80. Maybe free up some cap here. Rick Fox as an 80 behind Vince Carter. Rashad Lewis hasn't really grown. Neither is Olokandi, but I'm not too worried about them. Don't need $1 million on my bench, basically. 36-year-old Detlef Schrempf on there. Big Detlef Schrempf guy. Purvis! Yeah, I'm not seeing that game-changing center. I think we're good. We're going to run with the squad that we have. If we were to make a move there, be making a move for sake of making a move. You know, we change our coach game plan. Kind of like to get shooters open because we have so many stars. It's not like we just have the one that they can just pass the ball into. Vince Carter, the first all-rookie team. All right, last year we got to the second round. We're going to simulate the first round, and we do sweep Miami. Atlanta needed 5 to get through Orlando. Milwaukee beats Charlotte. We don't have to go through Charlotte this year, and it took 4 games for Philadelphia to get through New York. Sacramento upsets Minnesota. And Portland beat San Antonio. So the 1 and the 4 are out over there. And the 3 as well. The Lakers couldn't get through Vancouver. In 5, Seattle does sweep Denver. So in the East, it's 1, 2, 3, and 5. In the West, it is 2, 5, 6, and 8. That is gross. We get the Atlanta Hawks. Kind of want to see what their roster looks like. They got Penny. Love Penny. Penny's one of the best players to never wear a ring. Win a ring in the NBA. Mitch Richmond at shooting with View Askew. They're the team that got Antoine Walker, but he hasn't developed. He's only a 78. Interesting. Tim Duncan. Yikes. Danielle Marshall as well. Why wouldn't you put Tim Duncan at center? You got Gary Trent at 76. I'm over. Game number 1, a 12-point lead after 1. We add another one to that in the second. They make up some ground in the third, and we hold on to a commanding 119-108 win. Camby. We say his name and he appears. I believe in Marcus Camby. 30 points, 12 rebounds. Iverson with 16. Sweetney with 15. 14 for Barros. Kobe fouls out. Vince with 11. Ben Wallace. No. 1 to 2 weeks. He sprained his right toe. 29 from Penny, 20 from Danielle. Mitch Richmond with 12. 12 from P. Joseph. Antoine Walker. Tim Duncan, did somebody remind him what time this game started by any chance? We take the 1-0 lead in the semis. Game number 2. They walk away with a little bit of a lead heading into the half. Close game. 5-point lead for the Hawks, make it 3. They are pulling away. It is close. It's a 4-point game with 57 seconds left. Let's run it. I was gonna jump in, but that is I think it was a 98-94 win for the Atlanta Hawks. Marcus Camby again with 26 and 15. Kobe is nowhere to be found, which I find very interesting. I wonder if he has to be the main guy. And we did open up shooters, and the shooters are not shooting. Even Sweetney with 18 minutes is doing better than Bryant with 29. Double doubles for Camby, Sweetney. No, sorry, double double only for Camby. I saw the minutes. I added the minutes. Double-double for Tim Duncan, though. He did show up this time. 17 for Hardaway and 16 for Walker. 15 for Richmond. 14 for Brooks and not 13 for P. Joseph. Tied at 1s. This is where now I pull shoot on what we're doing coaching-wise and bring it back down to 9. I'm going to boost up the defense. I don't have to run plays frequently. Go 50 on the bench utilization for now. Try pick and roll. Because we do have a lot of good guys at the 1, 2, and 3. Probably some of the best players available at those spots. We head to game 3 in Atlanta. 6-point lead for the Hawks. We cut into it with an 18-point lead in the second. 109-98 with 1:15 left. We will simulate through this one because it is academic. 111-102. Kobe, 21. Iverson, 18. Exactly what we wanted to see. Camby still got his double-double, but we needed Bryant and Iverson to show up, and they did in spades. Richmond with 24, Penny with 21, 19 for Marshall, 12 for Brooks, and Duncan with a double-double, 12 and 18. We take the 2-1 series lead into game number 4. 10-point lead for... Jesus, we get a 31-11 second quarter. I was going to say it was a 10-point lead, but we erased it and got a 10-point lead of our own heading into the second half. 95-100 to 85. Like we're running around a 12 to 15 point lead clip here. They're making it close, and then we're pulling away. 121-106. Iverson 32 and 9 assists. Dana Barros 19 points. Vince Carter 19. Kobe Bryant with 14. 10 for Fox. Camby not quite hitting his double-double, but definitely picking up 17 boards in the win. Richmond with 22, 17 for Walker. Duncan with 16 and 14 boards. Danielle Marshall and Penny Hardaway with 16 and 15 each, respectively. So Portland's up 2-1 on Sacramento. Seattle, 3-1 on Vancouver. And Philadelphia is 2-1 against Milwaukee. Philly actually got the number 1 seed. I just noticed that. And we're up 3-1 against Atlanta. Nobody able to move on. It looks like Vancouver got their second win to stave off elimination, and Portland got their third win to head closer to an elimination game in their series. Back in Toronto for game number 5. Very close game in this one until that third quarter. 5 minutes left, 99-82. Is there any point in jumping into this one? 102-90. With 184, I'm going to say no. Maybe. 8-point game. They made it very interesting in the end, but 109-98. The Toronto Raptors eliminate the Atlanta Hawks in 5. Iverson with 25, 24 for Carter, 19 with 22 boards for Camby, Sweetney with 13, Bryant, 10 rebounds, 8 points. Like I said, I don't think Kobe Bryant likes being not in the spotlight, not the main guy. Tim Duncan with 24 in the loss, Richmond with 21, Hardaway with 19, and Danielle Marshall with 10. We are the first team to move on Going to simulate the rest of the round here. We will get Philly, and it is Seattle and Portland over in the West. At point, they got Hershey Hawkins, a 90 overall 32-year-old. Drazen Petrovic, an 87 34-year-old. Got Sean Elliott, 92 at 31. C-Web has been a beast in this run, in this timeline. 99 overall, 26. He's won multiple MVPs. And nothing down the middle. If we get, and I believe we have him, Ben Wallace is back. I'm almost wondering if we feed the post, because it's just C-Web down there. I'm going to stick with the pick and roll offense for the time being. Oh my god. Don't mind me, I tried to sneak some breakfast. Emo, beautiful human being. Dropping the 58. We are now in the Eastern Conference Finals. We're going to take on the 76ers. I'll show you the squad for anybody who is new here. It is a disgusting team of Allen Iverson with Dana Barros backing him up. Not a jockey. And what are you if you're not a jockey? Noda. We've got Kobe Bryant. He's a 95. Vince Carter. Rookie Vince Carter. Rick Fox backing him up. Ben Wallace coming off injury. 88 overall with Rashard Lewis off the bench. And Marcus Camby at an 88. With Michael Olakandi as the backup there. We head into game number 1. We are in Philly for this one. Good back and forth game. We do pull away about a 5-point lead that gets erased. We might be watching some gameplay in this one. 5 to go. Nobody really taking the ball. So we got a 3-point lead with 119. We're going to jump into this one. Game number 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. There's Elliott. Sean Elliott. It's being watched by Vince. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins to Elliott. Elliott tries to get around Vince again. A little spin move. Spins back. Throws it up. Does not get it to go. Vince pulls down the rebound. Up to Dana Barros. Carter attacks the key. Gets fouled as he shoots. And he, I believe, will be shooting too. About 50 seconds left in regulation. Vince does not get the second shot to go. It is a 4-point lead with 45 on the clock. Elliott to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to get some separation. Elliott drives the lane, can't get it to go. He is blocked. Sweetney gets fouled, 31 and a half left. And Sweetney is going to shoot 2. He gets the first one to drop. This one to make it still a 2-possession game, but 2 threes will be needed to tie things up. And again, 31.5 seconds left in this one. And okay, good. No, yeah, listen, we don't watch virtual cheerleaders here. You never know. Philly to inbound. There's Petrovic. To Hawkins. Over to Elliott. He hands it back to Hawkins. Hawkins behind the arc. Elliott spots up for 2. Can't get it to go. Camby pulls down the rebound. Gets it over to Ben Wallace, who's not automatic from the free throw line. Ben Wallace missing his first shot. He could absolutely put the dagger in the coffin here. The dagger in the coffin. The guy's already dead. The dagger in the coffin! The nail in the coffin. Ben Wallace draining the second shot and making it a 7-point lead with 21.4 seconds left. We will be heading into game number 4 with a 2-1 series lead. Hawkins for 3. Can't get it to go. Carter pulls up the rebound, gets it over to Dana Barros, and he's content on just running out the clock. 116-109. The Raptors take game number 3. Christian Laettner, the double-double in the losing cause, 26-10. Weber with 19, Elliott with 16, 14 for Gamble, and Weatherspoon with 13. Your Raptors were led by Vince Carter, who went 10 for 16 from the floor, 25 points. Iverson had 17 points, Camby 16 and 10, Sweetney with 12, Kobe Bryant, uncharacteristically again, only 11 points. Ben Wallace pulling down 10 boards, almost the double-double there. I said a 2-1 series lead. That was game number 1. I haven't finished my coffee yet this morning. We head to game number 2, apparently. Again, fairly close, a 4-point lead for the 76ers, which we erase and get a 4-point lead of our own. And heading into the 4th, that lead is going back and forth. It's 101-102. The Raptors hold a 1-point lead with 2:10 left in regulation, to which we will jump in again. I'm gonna take another bite of my breakfast toaster strudel here. See Webb on Camby. Camby playing very tight defense, but manages to get an arm in on Chris Webber. And Webber will go to the line. Webber drains the first one, ties things up. Just under 2 minutes to go. He'll shoot another to try and take the lead. And he drains it. 103-102 Philadelphia. Just under 2 minutes to go. Iverson brings the ball up the floor. Iverson spins, bounces off. Hawkins with the rebound. Philadelphia brings it back up court. Elliott to Peja. Over to Hawkins. Hawkins to Weber. Nice pick and roll move, but Weber can't get the ball to drop. Fox ends up with the rebound. Finds the answer, and the answer asks, hey, Camby, do you want this ball? He says yes and drains it. It's a 104-103 lead for Toronto. C-Web over to Hawkins. Petrovic tries to go for three, can't get it to go. Iverson looks like he may have stepped out of bounds there, but thanks, game. Iverson pulls up, finds Camby. Camby, pump fake, back to Iverson. Iverson and C-Web. Iverson with the floater. It looks like it got swatted, but either way, it will be Toronto ball. Looks like a foul on Weber. Iverson already with the double-double, 19 points and 10 assists. Iverson to shoot two. Drains the first one. It was a very awkward 5 situation there. Drains both. 106-103, 53.6 seconds left in regulation. Hawkins over to Weber. Weber working on the rookie. Iverson. No, that's Kobe. Kobe dunks it. 108-103. The steal, the jam, the 5-point lead with 36 seconds left in game number 2. Hawkins shoots, drains the 3, cuts the lead back down. It's a 2-point lead. Iverson slowly. 25 seconds left on the clock. He's going to drain that clock as much as they'll let him. Just kidding. He posts up, drains the far 2. 110-106, 20 seconds left. Philadelphia finding themselves needing 2 possessions. Very little time left. Hawkins finds Elliott in the corner. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins for 3. Can't get it to go. Rick Fox with the rebound. Gets it over to Iverson. And the 76ers are forced to foul with 7.4 seconds left. It's like a toaster strudel, but it's supposed to have like egg and cheese and stuff. I did not really feel the texture of like scrambled egg. It was just like sauce in the middle. Delicious. Iverson drains both. 112-106, 5 seconds to go. Elliott for 3. Can't get that one to drop. Lewis with the rebound. And that is game. 2 games in, the Raptors hold a 2-0 series lead. Led again, I'm sure, by Allen Iverson. C-Web, 24 points, 10 rebounds. 18 for Elliott, 17 for Gamble, Hawkins with 16, and Leitner with 13. Iverson, 25 points, 10 assists, 22 points for Camby with 13 rebounds. Rick Fox with 14, 13 for Bryant. Let's check his morale. He's thrilled. He's so happy. I mean, his morale goes down a quarter of a point every day, but he's not Kobe, you know? Not saying that we send him anywhere else, but geez, I didn't think having Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant would lead to Allen Iverson leading this squad. Actually, you know what? I want to keep it on the injuries because that's usually where we head to. Vince with 9, Sweeney with 8, Barrows with 7. We steal 2 in Philadelphia. We're going to head home and hope they don't return the favor. Game 3 in Toronto. We're sitting on a 12-point lead that absolutely disappears here in the 4th quarter, to the point that we are now playing behind. 96-94, the 76ers leading with 141, and they will have the ball. Elliott to Weber, over to Hawkins. Hawkins taking his time. 5 seconds on the clock. Weber in the paint. He is hounded by Vince, but still managed to find a way to drain the 2. 4-point lead for the 76ers with 1:13 left. Iverson now. Iverson with the pull-up. Can't get it to go. Gamble with the rebound. Over to Hawkins. Hawkins finds Weber. Weber off the glass. Makes it a 6-point lead with 52 seconds left. We had about a 12-point lead heading into the 3rd. And the 76ers just finding ways to drop buckets. Iverson almost finding a way to drop a bucket of his own. He gets fouled. And he will shoot 2. Gets the first one to go. Drains the second. Gets it down to a 4-point lead. We're not fouling, apparently. There's Christian Leitner. Steal by Iverson. Iverson finds Bryant. Kobe with the floater gets that to drop. 32 seconds left. It is now a 2-point game. Weber will bring it into the Toronto half. He's watched by Wallace. 20 seconds left. Wallace holding him tight. Another steal by the Raptors, and they call a timeout. 13.8 seconds left on the clock. When there was 50 seconds left, I think it was around 54 seconds left, and we were down by 6. I was like, yep, you know what? That's all right. We'll go down 2-1. 13.8 seconds left, down by 2, and inbounding the ball. Vince to Iverson. Iverson to Bryant. Bryant floats that one up, can't get it to go. Leitner with the rebound, and Kobe just wanted to give him a hug. Just wanted to give him a nice little hug. Leitner's gonna shoot 2. 8.1 seconds left. The video games bring so much stress. A Bobby Monahan. Here we go. Leitner drains the first one. 3-point game. If he gets this one, can almost call it game. 4-point lead. 8.1 seconds left. Raptors are not calling the timeout. Iverson to Wallace. Back to Iverson. Pump fake. Shoots. Can't get the 3 to go. And the road team continues to win games in this series. It is a 102-98 win for Philadelphia on Toronto's home court. Vince with 28, Iverson with 19, 15 for Fox, 10 for Camby, and Sweetney with 10 as well. 10 boards for Wallace. Kobe with 7, 6, and 5. I don't get Kobe. A C-Web, 41. Leitner with 21 and 12, the double-double, 15 for Elliott and Hawkins, but that 41 points by Weber. That is why he is your reigning MVP in this timeline. Game number 4, the road team has won every game in this series so far. 94-60 heading into the 4th. The little tweaks that we did to the coaching definitely paying off here, and we will run away with a 122-85 win. Iverson with 29, Camby with 21 and 16, Bryant with 16, 16 for Fox. Double-double for Camby and Wallace. The Twin Towers absolutely showing up. 12 and 10 for Wallace. C-Web continues to lead the way for the 76ers. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 14 for Leitner. Strained left hip and a strained right. His hips are, if he's still playing, his hips are lying. He is in pain, but he's still going. 14 and 9. For Christian Leitner, Hawkins, and Elliott with 11 and 10 respectively. It is elimination game, but we are heading back to Philadelphia, where in this series we are undefeated. Looks like Portland is potentially going to end the hopes of the Seattle Supersonics in their next game, 3-1. Both series. A good back and forth game again, with right now the 76ers holding a couple point lead until we take it. Get down to that 2-minute mark and see where we're at. 92-91, we got to watch the rest of this one. It is an elimination game. The 76ers could be heading home, and the Raptors could be heading to their first championship series here in season number 4. Rick Fox inbounds to Iverson. Iverson over to Kobe. Kobe for 3. Kobe drains it. 95-91. Hawkins now finds Weber. He's got Ben Wallace watching him. Ben Wallace with the swat. Kobe with the ball. Kobe. Double pump, puts it home, and Kobe Bryant, 5 points on his last 2 possessions. 91-97. C-Web attacks the glass, does not find Ben Wallace this time. He does find the basket. It's 97-93 with 1:20 left. Iverson blows past his guy, floats it up, and grabs 2, and extends that lead back up to 6 points. Here's Hawkins. Over to Elliott, finds Webb. Elliott. To Hawkins, to C-Web, back to Elliott. There's 2 other guys on the north side there, guys. Elliott tries 3, can't get it to go. Kobe with it. Kobe with the handles, finds Rick Fox down the middle, and he flushes it. 101-93, 40 seconds left. C-Web just running circles around Ben Wallace there, but still can't get the ball to drop. Iverson to Wallace. Puts it off the glass and in, and we're just over 25 seconds away from the Raptors heading to the finals. Weber back to Hawkins. Hawkins can't get the 3 to go. Camby with the board finds Wallace, who finds Iverson. Camby's lost. Left, right, left. And your Toronto Raptors in season number 4. The gentleman holding the ball at the end of the game is the gentleman whose injury in last year's playoffs potentially cost them a championship. His knee gave out, but he put the team on his back. Your Toronto Raptors will be heading to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. There's Rick Fox. Did Rick Fox ever win a championship? I think he was on some of those Laker teams that did. Let's take a look at the box score in this one. Weber with 22 and 13. Hawkins with 14, 11 for Clarence Weatherspoon, and Leitner with 10. Was that the Shaq and Kobe era, right? Iverson again putting the team on his back, 24 points. Bryant with 18, almost 10 assists, almost the double-double. Camby with 18 and 18. Sweetney with 14. Fox with 10. Why is Sweetney getting more? Is Sweetney a better player than Vince Carter? Question mark. So we punch our ticket into the finals, and we will take on the number 5 seed in the Portland Trail Blazers, coming out of the West as they beat the Seattle Supersonics. They got Michael Williams at point, 32-year-old, 88 overall. Clyde the Glide Drexler at 36 is injured and is playing like a 79 overall. Keith Van Horn. I got a lot of respect for Keith Van Horn. 23-year-old, 83 overall. Cliff Big Dog Robinson, 32 years old. He's 81. Got Dwight Craig there as well. He's injured. Cherokee Parks is on this squad. Legendary name. Rafe LaFrenz at 77 overall. Baby Rafe. I think we have a championship in our future here, chat. I think we finally have a championship in our future. But you never count your chickens before they hatch. Did Keith Van Horn fall asleep in the tanning booth? I don't know. Maybe got his eyebrows shaved. Welcome to game number 1 in Toronto. 15-point lead after 1. We had another 7 in 2. Another 11 in 3. Make the final. 101-68. Kobe with 26 and 9. Dina Barros with 17. Iverson with 14. Carter with 14. Camby with 10 and 13. Ben Wallace there, 2 and 12. Game number 2. Trailblazers showing some life. It is a very close, very tight, I assume a very defensive game here. We got a 6-point lead in this one. I'm going to actually go a little slower and see if there is a reason why we should jump into this one, but we hold an 8-point lead. 93-84. Rick Fox leading the way. 17 points, 16 for Iverson, 13. Iverson with 16, 7, and 8. Dina Barros with 13. Camby, 12 and 11, the double-double again. Bryant with 11. Carter with 9. 11 boards for Wallace. Not a high-scoring affair. Clyde Drexler, old man Clyde, 79 overall, leading scoring in this one. 20 points, 15 for Williams and Keefe, and 13 for Craig. 2-0 Raptors. We head to Portland for game number 3. All tied up after 1. The Trailblazers holding a 1-point lead heading into the half, but we turn around and have a 10-11-point lead in the 4th. And again, no reason to jump into this one to watch the anticlimactic 99, call it 101-90 win for the Raptors. Iverson with 31, 9 and 10, a rebound away from the triple-double. Kobe with 24, 16 for Sweetney, 12 for Wallace, 10 for Vince, 10 boards for Camby, 19 for Keefe, Van Horn with 14, Williams for 12, and 10 for Drex. 3-0, head to game number 4. 2 questions. Can we close it out here? And will that be the end? If and when we win this championship, will that be the end of Clyde the Glide Drexler's illustrious career? Another close first quarter. We take the lead into the half. It is back and forth in the 4th. Trailblazers pulling away, a 7-point lead with 4 minutes to go, about an 8-point lead at this point, and they finish off a 104-98 win. The Trailblazers did not want to get swept. I am going to actually utilize more bench in this one because we do have, call it a game to give, and that will get Ola Wakandi and Rashard Lewis, our 2 rookies, some much needed experience and a chance to touch a trophy in their rookie season. And it immediately pays dividends with a 13-point lead coming out of the first. 99-81, 9:36 left in regulation. 4 minutes to go, 115-97. I see no reason to jump into this one except right at the end so we can watch the animations. 48 seconds left, 126-108. The Trailblazers did us a favor and let us win in the 6 by winning game number 4. And you got to think Allen Iverson's going to be your MVP in this one. Keith Van Horn misses the 3. Camby with the rebound. 35 seconds left. Tinsley over to Iverson. 22 seconds left. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Iverson tries to jam his way into the key, into the paint. Can't get the floater to drop. 10 seconds left. Portland is content on just running out the clock and For good reason, an 18-point lead and a first championship for your Toronto Raptors. 126-108. They win it in 5. Just pushing Kobe out of the way. There's Camby, one of 2 true Raptors on this squad. Iverson is your playoff MVP. Again, you want to talk about players who are deemed the best never to win a ring. We fixed that here. Allen Iverson picking up the playoffs MVP. Finals MVP. 24 in this one with 7 rebounds, 22 for Sweetney. Camby with 17 and 13, Bryant with 14, and Tatum with 10. The only thing I want to see is Ben Wallace. Only went 2 and 7. 2 points. Went 1 for 3 from the floor, grabbed 7 boards. Oluwakandi got in there for 11 minutes. Rashard Lewis got in there, got 7 points in 15 minutes. Dana Barros played 23 minutes, only threw 3 assists. Took 4 shots and missed all of them. And we head to the offseason. Dominique calls it a career. I am not seeing Clyde the Glide. Clyde is going to stick around. Always looking here. Popeye Jones calls it a career after 4 years. Jonte Scott in there as well. Dickie Simpkins. One of our expansion picks, Dickie Simpkins, calls it a career after 2. That's why you always check down here to see who retires. Neek, Kevin Williams, Joe Dumars, Del Curry, Wayman, Tisdale, Sam Vincent, Olden Polynice, John Saley. Some very interesting names calling it a career. As far as Hall of Fame goes, Neek, absolutely. Jersey retirements, Joe Dumars, obviously with the Pistons, Dominique with the Atlanta Hawks. Those do not surprise me one bit. We don't have any changes. The Cavs are changing their uniforms, and the floor for the Cavs are changing. Change uniforms and floor for the Boston Celtics. Uniforms for the Atlanta Hawks are going to change. The logo, uniforms, and floor of the Miami Heat will all change. The floor for the Hornets will change. The uniforms, floor for the Lakers. The uniforms and floor for the Indiana Pacers all changing.